really quick, it'll probably be just a short video, but we are looking at 4:28 a.m. Central Time on August 16th, 2014, Saturday, and St. Louis melted down tonight completely. And we are talking about 200 plus rioters, looters that ran through the streets, busted into the liquor store, into the hair wig shop. They raided the place where apparently Michael Brown had robbed earlier in the day before he was shot. If you're not up on the story, you're going to have to get up on the story. There's no way I can bring you up to speed right now. But I was hanging this live stream out, and I'm going to have to end it in just a few minutes because really not much is going on now. I'll have to end this feed and do another one if anything else breaks out. But what we're looking at here on the screen, and I'm assuming that you guys can see this here. Yeah, you can. Okay. That this rioting, they basically busted into the stores, took a bunch of stuff. The cops sat back and let them go ahead and do the rioting. They did not try to do the over police state stuff this time. And the people went nuts. They were doing circles in the streets, donuts in the streets with their cars, taking all kinds of stuff. There were journalists covering what's going on, and the journalists got roughed up, harassed. Some of the people had their cameras taken. We were watching a live stream on YouTube provided by Vice Media, and there's links down below this. If you guys go to the link section right below the video, you'll see on my Facebook page, I've been documenting this since, well, about 11 o'clock, 11:30 last night when it started to happen. And it really got crazy, and it really got scary for this YouTube channel here, Vice Media. Let's check their video and see if it's up yet or if they're still holding on live as well. They're kind of like doing the same thing that I'm doing, only they're actually there, whereas I'm sitting on the south side of St. Louis. They are actually up on the scene. Yeah, they're still hanging here. But this was going, and they got approached by a crowd of people that were basically like, are you the media? Are you you're going to pay us to talk? And then it got really heated, and they said, you better get out of here. We're going to bust bottles on your head. And this is alternative news media, streaming live. And it was just literally a huge group of angry North County people who are, you know, I mean, I grew up in Ferguson, okay? So if you guys don't know this, I grew up right where this is all going down, lived there for many years, okay? Still have friends in the area, and I'm certainly not on the side of the police state or the cop crackdown that's been going on. However, the pointless looting that's been happening here, and let's just go ahead and full screen this here. The pointless looting that has been happening is just crazy to me. Pointless destruction of personal property does not get even with the government. It just doesn't. Okay, and they just destroyed the area. Look what's going on. Look at all the trash. Look at it. I mean, they busted into the hair salon, the liquor store. These are the only places that are in town. If you're from Ferguson, you know what I'm talking about. There's only a couple shops, and that little quickie shop where the guy stole the blunts from, all right, that's the only one in town other than Quick Trip, which got burnt down. All right, and this guy, Michael Brown, earlier in the day before the shooting, literally, apparently, stole a box of cigarillos. Now we know what that means. I mean, come on, guys. He's got 2 days left before college. He goes and steals a box of cigarillos. We all know, you know, cigarillos are for blunts. Come on. So clearly he's walking down the street just a short time afterwards, after that theft, same day, and that's when the cop rolled up on him, but the cop didn't know. It was just karma kind of coming up on Michael Brown, and of course Michael Brown was probably riding dirty, right? I mean, he's probably got the blunts in his pocket, right? I mean, I'm not trying to put too many dots together here, but you don't have to be a genius to see it. So all these groups weighed in on it, and it became just this huge cluster, and then the cops went overboard with the police state, as we know they're waiting to. And that's what I'm against. I'm against the excessive police force. And that's the real problem. The real problem is not race. It's not black or white. I live here in St. Louis. There's a white and black divide, rich and poor, like in every city. But the real problem that I think exists, that everybody has a problem with, is the excessive police. All the police shootings have been happening across the entire country. All kinds of innocent people being shot down. I shouldn't say innocent, unarmed. Okay, they have tasers, they have batons, they can take people down, but they're choosing to shoot people, and that's the problem. Okay, so Brown, whether or not he struggled with the guy in the door, or whether he got thrown down or not, okay, Brown is unarmed. When does the taser come into use? It will knock down a fully grown man like Michael Brown. Michael Brown's huge, by the way. Go look at the video camera footage, and that is him in the Quickie Mart stealing the blunts, confirmed by the friend who was with him. So you don't have to take the cop's word for it or anything. The friend who was with him, Darian Johnson, confirmed that they did go and have that confrontation and steal those cigars. Okay, so Michael Brown, not too good of a guy, whatever. He's aggressive, got that showing in a video, same day that he gets into it with the cop, whatever. Cop doesn't have a right to shoot him, though. So cop should have used taser, cop should have used some other force, call for backup, and that leads us into this police state problem again, okay? So the police state problem has bled over, and the media, this might be why the media is getting attacked right now, is the media rolled in and tried to make this fully about race. We got Jesse Jackson, we got Al Sharpton, and the cops. Oh, God. If you go back and watch the past couple days, it's nothing but white cops in black neighborhoods, just nothing but white. It's crazy. I mean, you'd think that they would roll out some black people on the force, but they're not. It's like all white cops. And now the cops, to their credit, guys, come on, look at it this way. The cops, most of them are following orders. They're holding back. They're fully armed. They've got sniper rifles, machine guns, MRAP vehicles donated by the military, which we all have a problem with. All of us. Me, Tat, even going all the way up the chain in the conspiracy forums to Alex Jones. Everybody's got a problem with the MRAP military vehicles, armored trucks rolling in. Okay? And that's what's happening. It's like in the movie The Hunger Games. Go watch that. In the police state in the future, they roll in on those MRAPs, no less. The police, fully armed with their machine guns and everything, just like what we're seeing now. Only they're wearing white uniforms. Now that's symbolic too, because the African American community, the raging African American community, isn't protesting white people. No, they're going out and causing havoc. They're going out and causing mayhem. They're destroying their own neighborhood and stealing wigs and liquor and all the stupid stuff. No one wants to confront the government, quote unquote. No one wants to peaceably march on City Hall and make a difference. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Everybody wants to go and steal something. Not everybody. A small group, 200 people, so that's not really small. Some people are saying a lot of people came in from out of town now. And that makes sense. A lot of people came in. It's Friday night, going into Saturday. They roll in. There's nothing else going on. The area is sealed off, but they're given free reign inside. It's like one of those internment camps where people are stuck on all sides. What's going on over in Israel and that Gaza? They're stuck inside of a wall, a zoo, a cage, whatever you want to call it. And it's a prison of our own making. Seriously. And St. Louis, listen to the people who are actually protesting, the real protesters, the people who are upset about the police state and Michael Brown being shot unjustly, being unarmed. Okay? Those people are saying rioting is bad, stealing is bad, representing yourself and your community this way is bad. It makes Ferguson look bad, North County look bad. It makes every single person involved look bad, especially today. After they put on a new highway patrol officer who's from North County, and he's African American. Okay, this guy seems pretty cool cop, so to speak, who they put on the head of the highway patrol management of the situation. And look what happens tonight. Now, whether the cops rolled up first or not, they have to roll up at some point. Look, I mean, where would you have them park? On the sides, protecting the businesses, or blocking the street so that the traffic can get through, or to be regulated? Look, the cops got to be there some way, because look what happens. People are throwing bottles, breaking into the hair salon, taking liquor, doing wheelies in the street with their cars, donuts, I mean. This is outrageous behavior for here in St. Louis. It really is. Okay? Now we're watching right now the Fox 2 stream of what's going on. It's cleared out. Finally, what time is it? It's like almost 5 a.m. Of course, sunrise is getting ready to come up. The number of crackheads out there was absolutely insane. And I'm from St. Louis. We can tell. The guy with the goggles wearing the cape, he was like Captain Ferguson. Okay? Go back and watch it. When this video on this other channel, Vice Media, actually posts, you'll be able to watch them get threatened by the crowd. They're probably waiting to post it, saying, "Oh God, when we post this, it's going to make St. Louis look really bad." And it's terrible because Vice Media is from another state, out of state, coming there to cover it from an alternative news viewpoint, like anarchist almost. You know, they're one of these alternative news sites. So they're there supporting the people that are there, and those people come up and threaten them. And it got real hairy. Everybody in the live stream's like, "Oh God, get out of there, get out of there. He's getting ready to roll you." And he starts giving them this fake interview, and he does. The guy almost rolls him, and then a whole crowd comes, and they're like, "You better get out of here, bro. You and your Betty better get out," and all this other stuff. It's like, damn, I'm from St. Louis. I know what that means. You got a crowd of black men telling you and your Betty better get out of there, and you're white, you're the only crowd in there, and you got media and press written on your chest, and they're blaming you. They're telling you better pay them because you're the media. They're confusing these alternative news media New York kids. You know, you got to imagine, I don't know what they look like, but you can imagine what they look like, right? Hipsters to some extent. That they are the ones getting like almost the beat down from a crowd of angry people on the street here in St. Louis. Unacceptable for St. Louis. Look, we got a racial divide between county and city. In St. Louis City, going up to the north side, you got to understand what the north side is. The north side represents, you know this, in the entire area around any city, whether north, south, east, or west, there's always a depressed area. That depressed area usually incorporates the international airport. Why? Because of air traffic and noise. That's always in a poor area. There used to be industry surrounding the airport, and there was a thriving community, suburbs built up like Ferguson, Florissant, North County, we call it. Over about 15 to 20 years, all the factories closed. My family who worked in those factories, my father worked at Boeing, all those places closed. And the people that lived up there that had any money sold because they had to, because they had mortgages. And some of them moved to what we call South County. And the more successful people, the people who actually had money, moved to the portion we call West County. So we've got north, south, west. Okay, then there's the river on our east. And on the east side of the river is an area that's been completely neglected by the state of Illinois, which basically should be turned over to St. Louis, so it would probably get treated better, but they won't do that. So East St. Louis is even worse than you can imagine the north side is when it comes to economics, okay? The amount of income that you make, the quality of life, the amount of violence. You can imagine that the east side is where St. Louis decides and Illinois decides to put the strip clubs, okay? They totally disregard all law and order and then put right in the middle of an area that they claim they're trying to improve, fill it up with, well, we know what that means, okay? I'm not going off on the people who are involved. But, so, here we are in St. Louis. There's this borderline racial divide between the county and the city. However, I'd like to remind everybody on the north side who's complaining about the county and white people and all this stuff, there's successful communities up on the north side, right where you are. Hazelwood, Florissant. Go to Belnor. All those houses, they look like little castles, okay? I mean, it's all a matter of perspective. And the problem that's being drawn into this is the police state. The police state seized upon this, like we knew they would. Go watch any Alex Jones video right now, and you will see him saying the same thing that most alternative news media is saying, is that this is the opportunity that the police state is looking for to seize control. And these people, these morons, these idiots looking to steal a bag of chips, a hair weave, go out and protest the man. Go out and destroy property. Never going to show up at City Hall because you can't do crack before you get there. You should see these people that were talking tonight that threatened the reporters. The community did not stand up. Now, in their respect, the protesters lined up, the ones that gave a shit, lined up in front of the different shops and tried to protect them for a while. The cops stayed back this time. Everybody was protesting the cops. Well, the cops stayed back. What happened? Eventually, the protesters got overran, went home, got tired of trying to defend a shop that's not theirs, and left. And private property was completely destroyed. Public, I mean, come on. Public discourse is completely over at this point. Look, I was on Michael Brown's side, and now I'm flipped. If I'm flipped, come on. the way people are responding on this is absolutely asinine. Everybody's seizing in on it. The NAACP, the Black Panthers, CNN, MSNBC, all the mainstream media. Race war, race war. Come on. This is police state. That's how this started. Cop shooting guy with hands up. We've heard it 1,000 times in the past several years. Maybe not 1,000, but several hundred times we've heard of this. Now it happens to Latino Americans, Mexicans coming up from the border. It happens to people down in Florida, Cuban. It happens to black people in the Midwest. It happens to a series of people in New York. God, how about Chicago? Everybody's talking about St. Louis. How about Chicago? Now on the screen, there goes a guy running across the street looting. We got the media. We got everybody there. They are running out in front of the cameras with stuff in their hands. No regrets. No shame. Come on, guys. And this is St. Louis. St. Louis represents every portion of America at this point because we all have a north side, south side, east side, west side. We all go through this. Go to Chicago, it's the same way. Anybody go down to Wrigleyville and make a big deal? No. No, no, no. You down in Center City? You down there on no, it's stuck to the depressed neighborhoods. How about LA? Same way. So we've got a real problem in our country. You go overseas, spend a month over in England, go to Cambridge, go to any one of these places, okay? They also are suffering from the same problem. This is not a local problem in St. Louis. This could happen for anyone. If you let the zombie citizens around you do what they're doing, it results in this. Look at what's happening to the people here. They are zombies without a mission. They don't know who to fight. Who are you fighting, people? Who are you fighting? Are you fighting white man? Well, here's a white man who wants to fight the New World Order and stop the police state from oppressing you. Encourage business and growth. Take the money they're spending on aircraft carriers and spend it in the community. No, 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 you guys don't want that. You want a bag of chips. That's what was stolen. Chips, tires, rims, wigs. It's outrageous. I heard McDonald's got raided. I heard all kinds of stuff got raided up there. And we're talking not by the cops, not by the New World Order, by the people. So, here we are. Just wanted to do this live stream, give you guys an update as to my perspective as to what's going on. It's an outrage. Growing up in Ferguson, living in North County most of my life. You know, I lost my ass. I'm poorer than most of these people here. No kidding. But they have more money than me. It's kind of funny that I'm online even. I shouldn't even be able to pay an internet bill. No shit. And here these people are out taking what they want. And keep this in mind, folks. If you're a prepper, if you're a budget prepper like I am, you don't have much money, but you want to prepare for civil unrest, or you want to prepare for an Ebola outbreak, or whatever else, a la carte disaster of the day, okay? This is what happens. The first place, look at the places they hit day one. The rioters and the looters, not the protesters. Got to make a difference between the rioters, protesters, and looters, okay? Protesters are legitimate people who are pissed off about the police state. Rioters and looters are just hoodlums looking to cause big problems. But look at the places they hit right off the bat. Look at that guy. Moron. Got a big old bag of, what is that, like frozen fries? Take the fries and the 2 liters. Look, you got fries and 2 liters. Oh, you freaking idiot. Welcome to St. Louis. Would you like fries and soda with that? I guess he works, maybe he works at the drive-thru. Maybe he's addicted to soda. Pack on the calories. Kill yourself with another 2-liter bottle of soda, guys. Drink your Pepsi. Obey. Oh, look. Why not pull down the bandana? Do it with pride. Guys, this is the destruction of our society with people who don't know what they're doing or what they're fighting. They're doing it to seize upon disorder, to steal. Nothing more than common theft on live TV. Well, live internet, you're not going to see this on TV, I suppose, and you're not going to hear this kind of narration. It's better than what this Fox News is. Listen.
They went inside. There's a door, and
there's a door. Let me describe the situation here for you. There's a door. There's a guy on a cell phone in front of it. Looks like he's packing a pistol in his right hand. There's a bunch of guys carrying 40 ounces walking out in front. The windows are all boarded up from last night's rioting and the rioting the night before. And we got some guys walking around with electronics. Looks like they're raiding the cell phone thing. But don't steal the SIM cards, guys, because they'll be able to freaking track you. Okay, getting out of here. I'm scooting out. Got my box. And I'm rolling. St. Louis, north side. But I'm probably rolling back to some other location in the city of St. Louis. Probably live on the south side or maybe on the east side. And I'll probably be riding the bus there because I don't have a car. Right? Okay. Or maybe possibly, maybe you got a stolen car, right? Because there's a car dealership right across the street. So guys, and I'm not being overly sarcastic at this point. I think I have a right to bitch about my own neighborhood and to see people who don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're protesting, give in to their hedonistic rage and desires to possess that which they do not have. Now what do they want? They want money. They want power. They want control in their community. They want to be able to drive around in a nice car or live in a nice house and have nice shirts and nice pants and nice new shoes that they all stole from Shoe Carnival on the south side 3 days ago. When all the other stuff went down on North St. Louis, they're raiding Shoe Carnival down here on the south side. Why? Because you got to look nice. Well, that costs money. And you got to earn the money, which I can't do. That's why I'm wearing rags. And this isn't meant to be a bitch fest. This is the goddamn fucking truth. Listen up, St. Louis, rest of the world, people of the fucking world. Are you listening? If you're going to protest and you're going to try and take your rage out on society, you need to direct your anger in a positive way towards ending the oppression. We are slaves of a corporate system that makes us pay exorbitant prices for everything. That's why you can't afford a nice new cell phone and you have to pay $400 for it. It's why you can't afford a nice new shirt or a nice new car. It's all too expensive to begin with, and the amount of money you make working at a regular job is far too little. We all know it. So you're going to protest by going and destroying it all, right? You going to walk 3 miles to the next Quick Trip tomorrow when you need food? Or do you even live here? And the places people hit, Quick Trip, Walmart, Kmart, those are all the places that will get hit when there's a big earthquake, when there's a big disaster. Let's say Ebola gets out and people start to panic. What's the first place everybody's going to hit? Quick Trip, Walmart. You know how many preppers and bug out people I know said, oh man, if I just need to, when it goes down, I'm going to be the first person in Walmart. I say, yeah, you and everybody else. Look at these guys walking out. What is that? Cartons of Newports. Oh shit! Cartons of Newports. No wait. No, they can't be. No. They're Cools. Oh, that's so stereotypical, man. No. No. Cartons of Cools? Oh, you dropped one, brother. Oh, he dropped two. He dropped 2 candy bars. All right. This is like a video game. This is like Frogger. Oh, look at their pants falling down as they're running across the street. Oh, St. Louis. Now we know why there's a sagging law. Now we know why there's a sagging law. Shame. Shame. Oh, this video's fucking epic. Fuck off. Oh, you fucking morons. Okay, I'm sorry I dropped the F-bomb like 10 times now, guys. I'm raging. This is just shame. And look at this guy on the phone. This is the place to be. Oh, don't go in, brother. Don't go in. The guy in the hat. Oh, you got a trash can full. Yeah, you're on TV. You're famous. Moron. You represent the downfall of society. You represent the uneducated American who doesn't know what they're even protesting, what the problem is. The system of oppression that brought this all to us, guys, is corporate government. It goes back to, well, the founding of this country. However, the Civil War, after the Civil War, the United States formed into what's called an actual corporation, a corp, dot corp, an Inc. And this is no joke now. Through a series of acts, the United States government basically freed the slaves through a series of acts of laws, and then made the entire population slaves. They figured out they can make more money off of us as the whole population than, let's say, just the slaves working on plantations themselves. Now, you see this guy with the loudspeaker here, okay, in the hat? I saw a local news report earlier that that guy was walking around encouraging people to do things. Walking around telling them, do this, do that. Don't listen to the police. Come up to the line. Take what you want. No one's going to do anything. Okay? That's the guy in the hat with the megaphone. That was a local news reporter who said he heard him saying that, and then the guy walked by him, and you heard him say something similar, but you couldn't quite make it out. It was on this feed earlier. So, the guy with the megaphone, with the hat, looks to be, he's wearing the little rim horn glasses, fairly well-dressed, light skin. There he is, right there. Okay? That guy with the little megaphone is directing events. And they keep showing him, oh, wow, look at the, oh, God. No! 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 I don't know what's worse, the shorts or the top. The muffin top? Really? Oh, guys. Okay, sorry, I had to get a drink there, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and full screen this again. I'm shocked and outraged. I mean, I hope this narration is much better. It's like watching a play-by-play sports, only the destruction of your own society. Look, this is outrageous, guys. If you're not freaking pissed off at this point at the behavior of the fellow zombie, and we call them zombies, literally, zombies. They walk forward, they don't know what they're doing, they destroy everything, and it's contagious. Now, this is an example. Now, the police, you watch. We're seeing this live on TV for one reason and one reason alone. There aren't any cops rolling up. They're right up the street, guys. This is West Florissant. They got the thing blocked off. The cars are driving by. The cops are right there. They're letting this happen as an example. And I agree. At this point, I agree. And this is a sad day. While I'm against the police state, and while I'm against oppression and against large-scale militarization of the police, I'm not for rioting, looting, complete breakdown of law and order, taking that which doesn't belong to you. Somebody owns that shop, man. Look, they might not have insurance for everything in that damn store that they had to pay for. You're screwing them. You don't know who owns it. Could be a white guy, could be a black guy, Asian guy, whatever. Might be a group of people that own it. Oh, the cops rolled out. The cops rolled out. You kidding me? The cops left. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. This is an example to the people of the city when you don't stand up for yourselves and you let the hoodlums take over. This is what will happen to your city. Where are the people of Ferguson? Are you cowering in your houses? Are you waiting for the police to come in and save you? Because I can tell you what. The police aren't going to come save you when there's a big earthquake. The police aren't going to come save you when there's an Ebola outbreak. The police aren't going to come save you when any kind of natural disaster or human-made disaster happens. Look at Katrina. Look at the hurricanes. Again, only if you're rich and white, or just rich. Let's not say rich and white anymore, man, because there's so many rich minorities. You know, shit, the Chinese are freaking blowing us away over in Indonesia. You guys have no clue what's going on over in Asia. They are smoking us when it comes to finances. Same with overseas, let's just say England. You have no idea what the conversion rate is, man. Look, people are doing better everywhere else almost in the developed world except for here in the United States. Let's just put it that way. Go over to Norway. I mean, come on. When Norway is doing better than we are, you really know there's a problem in the United States financially. Now, you could say they're doing something right with their investments, but you don't even know that's going on, do you, folks? And I'm talking to the people here in St. Louis that are going to see this video. Look at these people. It's a shame for our society. You got your new TV, you can go home and plug in, brother? Plug into the Matrix? You going to take the blue pill? Take the blue pill! Go back into the system. Good idea, man. You know, guys, one more thing. And I'm going to shut up here for a second and just watch for a second and soak this in. This is all live. It's all happening live right in front of me. I've never seen this before. I know right where it is, and I cannot believe that the community. Oh, look, we got one. Oh, teamwork. Teamwork. Of course. Oh, this is an outrage. Run, brother, run. And why aren't any of these people stopping anything? They're like, oh, these people are armed. Where are the concerned citizens? Where are the people who give a shit in Ferguson? I know the whole population is not completely aged. It's just not a possibility. The people are cowering in their houses. The grown African American community, the adult African American community, is nowhere to be found. And the ones that are turned out on the street to stand there with their cell phones. Caught live. Look, having a smoke.
Right, and
Wait, is that what I think it is? Is that a blender or a toaster? I think it's a toaster. Well, you're going to have to go steal some food next, brother, because you got all the cooking devices. Unfortunately, there won't be any food because the whole liquor mart will be burned down next. We know that's what follows. This is the same mart that Michael Brown stole the cigarillos from, the blunts. Okay? So stole the pack of blunts or the box of blunts, which is 50 blunts. So stole that, and oh, wow, look, this guy's got a shopping cart full. Seeing this is an example to our society. See, this is why the cops, the Fox News reporter just said it. I don't know if you heard it on the earphones there, but he said, I don't know why the cops aren't showing up, but maybe they're doing this as some part of strategy. Yes, this is a strategy. This is a strategy to show society, the greater society who's resisting the New World Order, why we need government, to remind us why we need law and order and police. Because citizens stand by and let it happen. All these people, the thousands of people that are involved now, stood by and let Chicago happen a couple weeks in a row. Did you see anybody up there protesting up in Chicago with all those dozens of shootings? No. And that wasn't the New World Order cops shooting people. That was people on people. Society upon society. Citizen upon citizen. And don't tell me about guns, because if it wasn't guns, we know just like in France or any one of these things, the gangs will still get together and still work a way to kill each other. They will, and especially here where the factions are so strong, the drugs are so prevalent, the money involved with these things is so persuasive that violence of any kind is completely expected, actually, when this kind of stuff goes on in society. Now, I don't know where to go with this, guys. I want to keep watching this. I know if I keep watching it, I'm going to keep bitching further and further. I hope it's a righteous bitch because, well, quite frankly, everything that I've seen here is completely disgusting. It's an outrage. Now, this guy looks like he might be the owner. Maybe? I don't know. They got guns. Holy shit, these guys are the owners. They got guns packed in their freaking pocket. Is that what I'm seeing here? Yep. He's got a pistol in his pocket. It's an owner defending his own stuff. These are not police. Yep. Okay. These guys appear to be Middle Eastern. Most likely the owners. He's got his gun. He's holding his hand on the pistol. This is live in St. Louis. Let me get the time on this. 5:03 a.m. on this wonderful Saturday morning, where we have two shop owners who have come to defend their territory now that's been looted, and we've got guys that are confronting them, trying to continue looting while the owners are packing heat right in front of them. We've got a crowd gathering around, and it looks like things are going to get a little hairy here. We've got a car pulling up now with more Middle Eastern men. And again, this is happening right now at Ferguson in front of the store, which Michael Brown was on video stealing a box of Cigarillo cigar blunts. And now it appears there's some kind of words being had, and it's definitely not good. The way people are swaying back and forth. Just trying to assess the situation here, gather what's going on. The group of men that was standing at the corner doing nothing on their cell phones has now become intimately involved with the situation. They weren't stopping any of the looters. However, they are over at the doors now having words of some kind with the owners who showed up with their car and packing multiple weapons of some kind. Now, this guy apparently has a camera on with a light shining it in, and that's the man with the hat on right by the door. He apparently is some kind of cameraman or has some documenting this in some way. The people have now dispersed. The man who was confronting the people at the door with the long hair there has his shirt pulled up over his face like a bandana. And now we are seeing a white man appear the door. White older man, bald. Okay, and there's the man with the camera. That's just a nice camera with a very powerful LED light. That's just a citizen. I'm sure we'll see that appear on wonderful YouTube, and he better not be glorifying this. If he is, I hope you guys go over there and give him complete shit. Now, somebody has decided to bring their dogs. The lady said she, on this video here, said the guy didn't have a gun and he was just reaching under his shirt. He doesn't have a gun. Yeah, he did have a gun. We saw it live. So we have a lying witness. Okay. Well, that's a pretty tense situation. Let's hope it cools down a little bit if nobody else tries to force themselves in now that the car is there and they're defending their territory. Apparently, you do need to fend for yourself when law and order is not around. Now, I will tell you this, guys, once again. In the situation of any kind of disaster, whether it be Katrina, whether it be an earthquake, whether it be a tsunami, or any other kind of situation, Ebola outbreak, again, I keep coming back to, because that's most recent, but any kind of outbreak or civil unrest, collapse of the dollar, collapse of the world economy, this is what happens. This is the #1 case for why the average citizen needs to be armed, quite frankly. Needs to be armed. We all need to be trained in the use of a weapon and to properly handle one, of course. Now, I'm not talking about owning the whole arsenal, but I'm talking about the means to defend oneself as these men are right now. Look what happened. Their whole livelihood is being destroyed. They show up to stop the destruction, and they are confronted until they present their weapon and let them know they mean business and the people realize it's not worth dying over to get a bag of chips or a toaster. Okay, and these big, strong men that present themselves with, in daylight at nighttime are of stealing a toaster. Okay, so that just lets you know the direction that not only here in St. Louis, but I think everywhere in the world, but pretty much in the United States, we can count every major city in on this, that it's a situation that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed like I'm doing now, unacceptable, and a full narration letting everybody know how retarded this is. Okay, if I see another night of rioting here in St. Louis, I think at this point the African American community needs to come together and settle this schism once and for all. And this is happening now between looter, rioter, and protester. This is kind of like taking itself away from the white-black thing and the cop-police-state thing. It's turning into the people who want to pursue things peacefully and the people who want to destroy everything. That's the situation. It's got some race mixed into it, of course, because of the economic divide between North County, St. Louis, and other areas of the city. But overall, it's that police-state issue that pushed it to the forefront. So it's a perfect storm. That's all I can describe it as. A perfect storm of police-state meets economic collapse meets previously oppressed people who are zombies who have no idea what they're doing. That's all we can say. It's a shame. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. That was pretty intense to see that happen. We'll get this video out. Please share the link below. It should work once I finish this live stream up. Should work just fine. Thank you for tuning in, guys. You know, it's pretty sad. Oh, wow. Is that a McDonald's worker? It is. It is. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? That is awesome. That worker there. McDonald's, guys, send this video to McDonald's, will you? Somebody send this video to McDonald's corporate. Please, somebody send it. And send them that, and that guy right there in his frickin' McDonald's uniform out there with a broom and a dustpan sweeping up like it's his normal job because it's 5:30 in the frickin' morning and he's there for his job. Because he needs to get fucking paid like the local owners of this shit. And the people who are angry, who are not getting paid, okay, you're not working. I don't see you there in your McDonald's uniform. You're too cool to wear that, right? Right. You're going to steal your chips. You're going to stand outside and gangbang, but you're not going to go help the guy sweep up. How about go over and help him sweep up, you fucking assholes? I'd go up there, but I'm white. I'm sorry. You'd kill me. Okay? Even with my mohawk, and even if I had a big fuck the police shirt on, you guys would still freaking hate me. And that's what they did to the people who were reporting earlier. No shit. They ran down the reporters and basically threatened them, said they were going to bust bottles over their head and everything else. And these were some New York kind of hipster-style alternative news, Vice Media's their account on YouTube, and I'll put some links down below to that. The link down below to my Facebook page is where I post the updates. But this has, again, been a live stream from the city of St. Louis. It's unbelievable what's happened. Look at what the trash they left. Look at this is like Woodstock on crack. This is crazy. Notice nobody's brought the tractor trailer up to Bank of America ATM yet. When's that going to happen, guys? Go get the forklift, get the Bank of America ATM, get the ink dye packs all over your hands, and take the money that's been microchipped and take it back to your house. You don't know that it's been microchipped. You can all carry your cell phones around, no problem, like frickin' morons, not realizing the echelon system is completely keeping track of everything that you're doing while you're committing civil unrest with your PDA or Obama phone in your pocket. And yes, Obama phone, here in St. Louis, they sit in these little tents sitting on the side of the road, and it says get a free cell phone. It's in some kind of orange tent. There's usually some people sitting there, and everybody here calls them Obama phones, and they're the free Obama phone. So you'll have your Obama phone on you while you're going and stealing more stuff from the market, and you're not protesting the right thing, which again is the original shooting of an unarmed man, and you're instead going out and destroying personal property in a bid to get even with the white man and the government when in reality the government is the globalists, Bilderberg, secret society, everything you guys don't want to believe in or learn about is what's really going on in the world that leads to the New World Order and police state. And they're waiting for this. They want this so bad. That's what's going on in Louisville with all the, I don't even know what it's called, some kind of movie release, but a bunch of people rioting in Louisville, Kentucky, and threatening more violence. And this is what the police state wants, because that gives them the reason to come in with the MRAP vehicles, the armored vehicles donated by the military, the armored weapons, the hollow-tip bullets. Look, the government ordered hundreds of millions of hollow-tip bullets, guys. Durr! Are you going to try and fight that? Or are you going to do things the right way and get involved with society and start to make a difference? Now this guy's going to the ATM. Look, go to the ATM. Genius. Now why wouldn't he get rolled? Oh wait, look what he's wearing. And look what everybody else is wearing. I see a lot of red here, guys. Seen a lot of red. I mean, I'm just saying. Don't see a lot of blue kicking. I see a lot of red, though, throughout this. I mean, maybe it's just the area. I don't know. But everybody seems pretty cool with that. Craziness going on. St. Louis, August 2014. Civil unrest unfolding before your eyes. Looting. People standing by while that all goes down like it's no big deal. You know, guys, you're standing in your own self-made prison. You can break out of it at any time you want. All you got to do is do something. Yeah, isn't that funny? All you got to do is something. Doesn't matter what, but it's got to be legit. That's the problem. You can't smoke weed, or maybe you can once they legalize it. You can't party hard. There's not going to be many hot chicks in it, but whatever you choose, you got to do it, and that will bring it to you. The success that you want, the money, the success, the respect, the house, the car, whatever it is. Go watch the movie Trainspotting. See a bunch of white English guys on drugs that realize, one guy does, that to choose life means to choose this consumerist society that's been brought to you. I don't blame you. I want it too. I want the new computer, the nice car, and everything. I can't afford it. It's going to take years to get that money. I'm not rich. Neither are you. We got to work for it. You going to go steal next week? What happens when all the stores are stolen from? You going to keep stealing? Who are you going to steal from then? The people who already stole? You're going to go steal the people who stole stuff. Right? No forward thinking, not caring about society. It's a ridiculous world. It really is. And you just saw it live. Narrated by a guy from Ferguson, Missouri himself. It's a shame, guys. It's a shame. I hope the black community tomorrow, because this isn't going to be a white thing anymore, man. This is totally up to the black community here in St. Louis and around the country and basically around the world. But let's just speak for the country. Going to have to stand up and say something, and not really bitch about the police state or the government, but really about what you want. What do you want? I mean, what do you want from society? It's a question that's got to be asked. I don't know. I mean, it's something that I got to ask myself that. What do I want? I just want a quiet, peaceful life, man, with a few nice things. Is that so much to ask? You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be a nice house, man. I'll live in the shitty house that I live in the South Side. I live in a shittier house than most of the people who live up here live in. The North Side has nice houses. South Side's these little crackerjack frame houses. Everybody up there is like a nice brick house going up through North City, up into Ferguson and Florissant. Everybody's got these old classic houses built in the whatever. I mean, come on. It's a matter of taking care of what you own, changing what you don't like, and changing what you don't like means usually like working for it, guys. Like a hard job, like digging a ditch, building a wall, whatever it is. It takes a while to complete. Sometimes it's a real pain in the ass, but it's worth it in the end, and you feel stronger after you did it. Most people don't want to do that. And they say it's not there, right? All the industry left Northside, right? Well, they're pumping supposedly $1 billion back into North St. Louis. Let's hope that works. Let's hope some industry returns. I've got a book of freaking inventions. No one will even listen to my broadcast. I'd give them to the world. We can make them all here in St. Louis. I'll give them away for freaking free. I already gave them away. No one even contacted me when I gave them out. Nobody even knows I released them. That would be cars, planes, jet engines, new next generation technologies. in my invention book, ready to go. We can do it here in St. Louis. I don't even want any money. I can still live in the South Side in a shitty house. Just take it, make it, give these people jobs. No shit. Okay, guys? Much love. I'm sorry it turned into the complete bitch fest here at my house, but it's the best I can do. There's 134 people listening right now. Once this is done, oh wow, that's going off into infinity. Once this is done, please share the link. Get the word out that rioting is unacceptable. Destruction of personal property is unacceptable, or government property, really, because we're all paying for it. I mean, what are you going to do? Break down the bridge? Don't hit that store. Protest the right way. I didn't see anybody go hit the police station. Not that I'm encouraging that. Don't ever do that. You'll die. You'll die in it. You're not Terminator, okay? You can't do that. But nobody went and protested the police station, like a little handful of people. Where's everybody at City Hall during the daytime when you can get business done and put forth bills and petition your alderman to change the law about who can shoot what and how the guns are authorized and everything? You don't want to get involved with that? You all got felonies? You don't want to show up at City Hall? Well, what's the deal? And I'm not trying to be insulting or rude, but I just saw my entire hometown of Ferguson, Missouri, the main drag, get completely destroyed by a bunch of people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Much love, guys. In the face of adversity, fight the power, and the power is the New World Order that's trying to oppress us through financial means. Again, the corporation. Back to the corporation. Act of 1871, when the U.S. government formed a new corporation and made us all slaves, and they gave us a slave number now, no less, which is our Social Security number, which they tax us by and prosecute us by and do all these horrible things to us. The government does. Nobody has a problem with that. I don't see anybody protesting that. They don't even know it exists. They're more concerned about the wig or the chips or the liquor or the blunts. And back to the blunts. Michael Brown. Come on, guys. He's stealing 50 blunts. It's 2 days before college. You know what's going down. That's why he's tripping on the cop rolling up on him on weed. He's got weed in his pocket, and it's still illegal here in St. Louis. Had to. You don't need 50 Rillos for not weed 2 days before college. It's just unheard of. So when the cop rolled up on him, of course Brown freaked. Who wouldn't? You got a pocket of weed and stolen blunts. Same day. Just a little, like an hour before, 2 hours before. Now again, he's unarmed. He shouldn't have been shot. Should not have been shot. Unless he had that officer's gun in his hand, which we'll never know. And I sure as hell won't believe the cops, just as like I won't believe Michael Brown now. I don't believe anybody. I'm against the New World Order. Look at me. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe the victim. I don't believe the cops. The only person I believe, I guess, now is myself. And I believe that I'm right on this. And if you guys agree with me, please thumb up the video and share it. Much love. Be safe. And always have a bug out plan and be ready just in case shit hits the fan. Like here in St. Louis. If this spreads to anywhere else, man, I'm out of here. I got my bug out plan ready to go, and nobody better get in my way unless you're police and you'd have to stop me. You better not get in my way. And you don't want to know my bug out plan, and I won't tell it to you because it's not wise to share your bug out plan with other people. Because other people are leeches, other people jump on. You see it here. The zombie population, when they know you've got something and they want it, they will come take it by force, and you better have the means necessary to defend yourself, like the shop owners who showed up with their guns. Now, I'm not saying violence against people is ever right, but defense against violence against yourself is perfectly justified and, quite frankly, wise. So I was never much of a gun supporter, and I only shot guns my first time in 2011. And I've only shot them twice. So I'm not a big gun guy, but I can tell you what, gun sales here in Missouri are about to go up. I can guarantee it. The average citizen better listen up, wise up, pay attention to what's going on. This is just a foreshadowing, I think, of things to come. No secret what's going on in our country. It has everything to do with oppression, lack of money, corruption, over police state, and, of course, zombieism, lack of education, lack of a focus on what is wrong. No one's able to pinpoint what's wrong. They're all just mindlessly raging. Well, Want to thank Fox News for covering that. You didn't see that on any other news channel. They weren't covering that at all. It's outrage. Be safe, guys. I know I keep saying that. Cheers.